What approach should you take when a dormant account becomes suddenly active? Great question. And I think it's also super relevant, especially now during the holiday season. And whenever I start thinking about fraud strategy for dormant activity, I first of all try to ask myself or ask my customer is, how do you define dormant? What is dormant to you? You know, historically speaking, you will have financial institutions who will say, well, any user who didn't make any actions, didn't log in the account, or didn't make any money movements, at least for 2 cycles, will be considered dormant. But I think today, with the way we have new offerings around fintech and crypto, and different platforms and different usage of those platforms, I think dormant can be very different from one platform to another. We have certain offerings that only relevant for a holiday season. So, for example, you would expect your users to suddenly become active during the holidays and will be dormant during non-holiday time. Or maybe you will have some platforms that offer any services or solutions or product around, let's say, specific type of use. So maybe your customer will only use your platform when they need to travel somewhere. So when they're not traveling, they will be dormant. So a good question to ask yourself when you try to create a dormant strategy is, what is dormant to me and how I define that? Once you define that, I think the next step is understanding, okay, so if I have a user who's been dormant for X amount of time or X period, what type of signals that I really want to start alerting on? Is it a login? Is it a transaction? Is it anything else? What is a red flag to me? What is for me interesting to see after a long period of the user being non-active? And once you define that, is pretty much where you start writing the strategy. But also, it's important to look at the non-active user almost as a new user, right? We haven't seen any activity for the past, let's say 2-3 months. We can almost treat them like a new customer. So what do we expect business-wise from a new customer to do, right? What type of transaction, what type of activity we expect to do? So once you're able to answer all those 3 questions, I think you're ready to start writing your strategy.